Hi YouTube, I've been seeing a lot of prom themed videos on my subscription feed lately and I've watched them, but what I've noticed in them is they're all based on the typical prom night. Girl from her senior class, dolling herself all up in her dress, high heels, blah blah blah, going to prom. I'm not going to complain, but that's kind of biased because there are other types of females in this world that are going to prom, including my sister, who is class of 2012. But she's in a wheelchair. And she's going to prom just like everybody else. But there are some differences about picking out a prom dress and shoes when you are physically disabled. There are some differences when you are buying clothes for yourself and shoes when you're physically disabled rather than an able-bodied person. You have to make sure that the clothes fit you correctly if you do sit down the majority of your day in a wheelchair. And you have to make sure your shoes are comfortable, not only appealing to the eye, but they have to be comfortable for you because some people in wheelchairs do have to transfer. The purpose of this video that I'm making today is going to hopefully help somebody either this year or next year or the year after that gets on YouTube and wants to find something to kind of give her advice or help her if she needs to go to a dance or some type of recital or something that you have to dress up for and be in a wheelchair. I've made some bullet points on my phone that I'm going to read to you guys because I didn't want to forget them. I feel like I do have a lot of advice to give because I've witnessed my sister trying on dresses for at least 3 hours the other day. I am in a wheelchair also, so I definitely know the battle of trying to find pants that fit right around the waist and shirts that aren't too clingy and shoes that are comfortable enough to wear all day long, not necessarily walk around in, but to transfer in. So the first thing I'm going to touch base on is dress length. Dresses that are like ballroom gowns, which are very popular, I know, and they're very beautiful, are kind of a no-go if you're in a wheelchair because chances are you will roll over part of your dress. And I have witnessed seeing pants that were too long get caught in the little wheels in the front of your wheelchair, and it's not a pretty sight.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Next dresses I will talk about will be club / short and sleek dresses. Alright, and this happens to everybody, so you know when you sit down you kind of have a big gut, even if you are like really skinny. Except if you're like probably 00, it doesn't matter. But say you're like a size 6 and you sit down and you look like you have a little bit more of a tummy when you sit than when you stand. That is why sleek, short club dresses probably aren't the best for you. It's just too tight. Like nobody wants to be in that all night. It's different when you're standing all night because your weight distributed differently. But when you sit down, it can be, you know, a little bit more pronounced, and you kind of want to get away from that, unless you're totally fine with that. I just think it's a little bit uncomfortable. That's why I'm saying stay away from the skin-tight dresses that are out. And there are a lot of those out there. Like the long gowns and the short, tight dresses are kind of what's popular right now. Also, since you're sitting down all the time, just like the stomach thing, everybody's thighs tend to look a little bit bigger than they are when you're standing. So again, if you're wearing a short, skimpy dress that is very, very clingy, your thighs could look rather large and you might not want that. So just take that into consideration. Also, be mindful of your problem areas when you're out shopping for a dress or any types of clothing. Try and go with what fits rather than what your friends might think is cool. That's basically what my sister did at the store on Thursday, because she was trying on a lot of the cute dresses, but the one that she went with was also very cute. I'm not going to say it's ugly, but she went mostly because it felt comfortable. It was the most comfortable dress. Those were cons about certain types of dresses. Now I'll talk about pros of certain types of dresses. The high-low dresses that are popular right now, the ones that are long in the back, shorter in the front, those are popular, those are flattering, those are comfortable if you're sitting all night long. Give you the effect of the cool gown-like dresses, but they also aren't as much fabric to deal with. They're easier to put on. You don't have to be so worried about if you're gonna roll over parts of your dress during the night. That was the type of dress my sister chose. I'll insert a picture of her in her dress multiple times in this video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The flowy, layered, tattered cut of a dress is popular this year. If you don't know what I'm talking about, insert the picture of my sister's dress, because that is exactly what I'm referring to. They are just exactly what I said. They're flowy, they're not skin tight, they make the dress just look breezy and airy, and they're easy to put on and take off. A cut that I will talk about that is very helpful is a ruched cut. Now we all know, like in shirts, when you wear a ruched cut, it flatters your chest area a little bit more. Well, it kind of works the same way if it's around your stomach. And again, my sister's dress has that cut, so I'll show you that again. The ruched cut gives you more room to breathe. It feels more comfortable. It's not as tight on your stomach, and it is more flattering. And dresses with a band sewn onto the front of the dress instead of a little belt, like ribbon type deal that you have to tie around your waist, is also more flattering and not as tightening, I guess, if you're given a ribbon that you have to tie around your waist. It's basically like wearing a belt if you're wearing a dress. Like, that doesn't sound comfortable, does it? But really, the band sewn onto the dress is just more easy to deal with, and one less thing you really have to worry about. And seeing as you are sitting down all night, assuming if you're in a wheelchair, I don't know, everybody that's in a wheelchair could be different, but I am speaking from personal experience that being in a wheelchair means you don't really do a lot of standing. For shoes, I will say wear flats, obviously. You can find many cute flats nowadays. They're very popular. They're a lot more popular than they were when I went to prom. So getting shoes when I went to prom 6 years ago was very difficult. I believe I wore sneakers. The only thing I could find that was dressy were sandals or heels. Flats just really didn't make their debut yet. Another good shoe to wear that maybe has a tiny bit of a heel, but not like a thin heel, I'm talking like a chunky heel, would be like a Mary Jane style of shoe. Also, Mary Janes are good with people who have high arches. Mary Janes are a very sturdy shoe. They're not some skinny, sleek heel you might stand up and fall over with. But also, you know, if you don't have to worry about transferring at all, like if you are in a vehicle where you can sit right in your wheelchair, if you're in the vehicle that you can exit the vehicle right inside of your wheelchair and not have to worry about getting up at all, wear heels. I mean, nothing is stopping you. Just kind of say, F you, I'm in a wheelchair, but I can be cool and sexy too, then go for it. So as for jewelry and makeup, you can pretty much do whatever with these two categories. There's really no like special jewelry for somebody in a wheelchair. If you want some links of some websites to check out for jewelry, I will put the store Deb down in the bottom bar that my sister bought her dress at, and they also have jewelry too. For makeup, you can either do your makeup yourself, or if you're unable to do that, you can go to a Sephora or a MAC counter, or if you're unable to afford that or go to those places, you know, you can pretty much do anything. Like, get a friend, get an adult, just to help you a little bit. You can find anything you want to achieve on YouTube. YouTube is very, very helpful. If you have to wear glasses all the time and you plan on wearing glasses to prom, I will link a very helpful tutorial makeup with glasses. Now, I'm not affiliated with the website Deb or the store Deb, but I am going to link their store because I feel that that store has a very, very wide size range. They go all the way up to 24. And they start at 0, so you can get anything you need there. And as for jewelry, they have that too. Affordable jewelry that is, in my opinion, pretty nice. Prom is just for one night, so you don't have to go decked out in real diamonds. But they have plenty of cubic zirconia jewelry and pearls, not real pearls, but you know what I mean. I'll also link Payless Shoe Source in the bottom bar because that is also another helpful place for shoes, and they do have a lot of flats. That is mostly where my sister has gone for shoes that are needed to go to dances or school plays or things like that. This video might have seemed a little unorganized, but I just have a lot of things to talk about and I wasn't sure how to really get them all out. I hope I was helpful. I don't really know how many people on my subscription list are going to watch this and find anything helpful with it, but hopefully down the line somewhere someone will stumble across this video and it might be helpful for them or somebody they know that is physically disabled wants to participate in the activities that everybody else does. This is my advice for proms / any special occasions. So hopefully that was helpful and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.